Welcome to the Asphalt Advocates Podcast,
where we have unfiltered.
real conversations with lawyers outside the courtroom.
I'm Ari.
I'm Dave.
Let's dive into it. Feeling like your practice doesn't have a lucrative niche to generate 6, 7, or even 8-figure attorney fees? Wanting to focus on one practice area that will provide you with numerous high-value cases year after year? Injured riders in your state are looking for highly skilled lawyers like you that are ready to represent them. Law Tigers was founded to help those motorcycle riders in need be connected to successful trial lawyers who are members of our organization. Go to lawtigersmarketing.com to see how Law Tigers can grow your practice and profits with high-value motorcycle cases.
Hello, everyone. We're here on another episode of Asphalt Advocates Podcast, and we have a special guest, but we're not going to make that introduction just yet. But all right, man, it's been a while since we've been back on the throne here, man. What you been up to?
Oh, man, I've been on a motorcycle ride. I just got back from the hot bike tour, and we were the sponsors of the slow race. It's the slowest guy that wins, not the fastest. So I just got back and had a great time, and just obviously we've been out at PIMCOM. And,
PIMCOM, man.
And we ran into a few familiar faces, including the gentleman we're about to introduce here. And
we have a special guest.
Good. How about you? What's up? What's new with you, man?
Well, man, I'm happy to be back on the road. PIMCON and have a couple other events that's neighboring. I think Business of Law, Mass Tort Made Perfect. But, man, I'm very excited about today's guest, man. You know, I know we have a few things to sign off on before we get into it. What type of shoes you rocking today? I know we always like the...
I'm rocking the Year of the Tiger Jordans.
Okay.
They're not quite as nice as the ones our guests are wearing, although I do have the same pair as him, full disclosure, which I think I've worn on a former podcast. But yeah, I'm all about the shoe game. And so, yeah, these are... I have a pair for riding, which I actually rode in the identical pair last week, but I tear the shit out of them riding and shifting.
Yeah.
And these are my clean in-office pair. So.
You hear that, guys? So, yeah, man, Ari actually rides, man. He's an enthusiast. I know we get that question often, man, do we ride? Hey, you want to just jump right into it, man?
Wait, what are you rocking, by the way? You look, you
got
some Nikes
just
on
basic
there.
low dunks, man. You know, pretty simple today. I think I put all the pressure on my shirt today, so.
I do like the shirt. It is quite colorful.
Well, I'm always colorful, man. I tell you, that's the only way to be.
Not just on the shirt, but in person as well.
Yes.
Talking about dunk lows, I just got a new pair. You probably appreciate this. It is so they made 3 colors of the Grateful Dead dunk lows, and they're furry. They make red, orange, yellow, green. I already had the orange, so I just got a pair of yellow, and they've got a little pocket where you kind of hold your goods, a little zip pocket, if you know what I mean. And they're called they're the Grateful Dead dunks, actually.
Those are cool, man.
I like the shoes.
Well, you know, I wear size 15, and holidays are nearby. So,
all right, well, I'll keep that in mind. I already bought you one pair. You want another
you
pair
did.
for me?
Hey, man, keep it going, man.
We'll see.
Share the love.
Sell a few more markets, I'll get you a pair. How about
Okay,
that?
gotcha, man. I'm working on it.
I know you are.
All right.
Anyway, you want to. I'll do introductions of our.
Let's
guests
do it, man.
without
Let's do
further
it.
ado.
Yeah.
So I want to introduce a good friend of ours and member. Of Miami and West Palm Law Tigers, Thomas Morgan. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
Thanks, guys. Man, this is an honor. I really appreciate coming here.
Thank you for coming. And by the way, I am digging on that Law Tigers meets Michael Jackson jacket you're wearing there.
Baby.
I love
Dude, I wore it in your honor. We'll show it a little bit later.
Actually, let's give us a little.
You want a twirl?
Let's do a twirl.
Man.
Let's do a twirl here.
Oh, look at that, man.
Nice. Look at that right there. There you go.
I was like, this totally fits into.
Hey, that's the eye of the tiger, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tiger. I was like, I got to wear this. I know Ari and Dave will love it.
I didn't realize how skinny you are. You're actually a pretty skinny fit guy. You're making me feel fat right now, by the way.
Oh, gosh.
You look good.
You thank my wife for that. She's got me on diets, and we're seeing, I'm doing all the fitness stuff that you're supposed to be doing to maintain and live longer. Nice. And so I can incur more debt and have more bills.
I like that.
That's awesome, man.
Talking about living longer, I was watching the show yesterday, the day before, Cyndi Lauper special on television, and they had Cher come on and sing, and she's 80 years old.
She looks great.
And I was like, and my wife's like, yeah, because she sleeps in a hyperbaric chamber and has all the doctors and going. But I was like amazed how with all the medicine that people can really extend their life. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, in the near future, I think the age limit. I mean, we've been seeing these speakers and stuff. I mean, I think 120 is probably going to be probably for the kids being born now in the United States. If they're in a healthy environment, the opportunity is probably there for that. The question
120
is
is the new
quality
100.
of. The question is, are they going to be living
Right.
the quality of life? That's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it's a 20, let's say 120 is a new 100 or 90,
Right.
still, is that like, you know,
I'm not sure if I want to make it
I
that
don't
far,
know
man.
either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a question.
Yeah.
But I mean, but it just shows you if that becomes the age limit,
Right.
then
The quality
20,
of life should
20
be,
years later is
Yeah.
probably that there is quality of life close to
right,
it. Then
right. I mean, you look
That's
at
beautiful.
time.
you look at people in their 70s and 80s now that are vibrant and, you know, are doing things that were once done by 50 and 60-year-olds. You're absolutely
That's
right.
true.
So, yeah, I'm waiting for the time when they can reverse aging, but I think we'll all be dead by then.
We're not going to
unfortunately.
make it to that,
Unless
unfortunately.
You know, the cryo, I know we're not
Tom, move your
talking
mic a
anything
little
here,
bit
but-
closer to you.
Oh, a little closer.
Yeah,
My
you're
bad.
good. Yeah. there you
actually
go.
in the air park is that famous cryo center where you can either full body or head be stored in
With Disney?
with liquid. Yeah, you know who's here is that famous baseball player who did his head, I think. But yeah, literally within the air park here, Scottsdale Air Park, they have that facility where you can. I think it's liquid nitrogen. They freeze your body, and then the hope is technology catches up and they can revive you. Although you got to be able to have the memories, or you're not who you are, right? And I
Right.
don't know
I
if
don't,
freezing
yeah.
your brain cells is going to allow you to bring them back. Anyway.
Well, I have something that's actually going to contribute to longevity as well, man. It's called tequila.
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
let's,
That's right. That's right.
Let's engage,
Yeah.
man. So what we do, Tom, just so you know, is that we jump into a nice little shot to kind of get the party started, man. You want to make a little introduction of
Sure.
what you got there?
Sure. So I go to Cabo, which I think you guys go there once in a while too. Don't
we
you?
haven't been to Cabo before.
No, we should
but
go with the JS.
We need to go.
Yeah, we
need
should
to
take
go.
JSX there. I know you've told me about that at
JSX
the
is the
airport.
way.
They go to Cabo. Anyway, I picked these up in Cabo at the airport. This is Casa Azul, which I'm sure you've heard of.
Yes.
And then this is another one here that looks kind of like Casa Azul, but it actually isn't. And it's I forgot the name of it. It's Revolucion.
Revolution.
And so they're different companies, but they're both painted bottles. So I don't know who has what here, but
Okay.
let's try it either way.
Yeah,
So,
I think we may have a extra one of those to gift him on the way out of here too.
I have a Casa Azul for him actually.
Yeah. We'll send that
Yeah.
home with you. I'm
yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Well, let's do the shot. I'm
You,
down.
you want to you want to do the honors? Make the toast since you're the guest.
Oh man,
Well,
we'll love that.
Well, look, to good times, good friends, and well-being, right?
Yeah,
I
love
love
that.
it. I love it.
Cheers. Cheers
Cheers.
to that.
Smooth.
It was very smooth.
So usually we just do the tequila, but since you're here and you're a special guest and one of our Law Tiger members, obviously for Miami West Palm, I wanted to crack open something extra special and unique. And what you have in your glass and when Dave has and your lovely bride over there is Midwinter Nights Dram. And this is from High West. My regional director, Bill, out of Utah. His son actually is a blogger and is well known for rating and reviewing bourbons. And he has a hookup, so he was able to get me a few bottles of this. So
Is that volume one?
this is Midsummer Night's Dram, Act 7, Scene 4.
Okay, X7 Scene 4.
Straight rye whiskey. So they do a different limited run of these. And so this was from, I believe, last year. So it's kind of hard to get. I'm lucky enough to get a few bottles.
Yep.
So
You're real lucky to get that.
so
That's-
I wanted to share this with you guys, and
Love it.
so let's do a little other toast as well, and to friendship, success,
Friendship? Yes. Success.
and to a wonderful podcast.
Yes.
Let's make it happen.
Cheers,
shall
gentlemen.
we?
Cheers.
Thank you.
Yeah, my
Cheers.
pleasure.
I appreciate you sharing. This
Yeah,
is good
absolutely.
stuff.
Good stuff. I don't even like bourbon that much, but it's good.
Yeah, it's
No,
it's super smooth.
I was gonna say that's real smooth.
So what we like to do is jump into our next segment where we want to just really get to know you. Would you prefer Thomas or Tom?
You can call me Tom.
Yeah. So we really want to know about Tom here. So
The real Tom.
The real Tom,
Yeah,
right?
the real
yeah.
Tom.
So go ahead, Ari, and
Sure.
you will kind of tag team here.
Yeah, absolutely. So we know you're a successful lawyer. You do personal injury, which we'll talk a little bit about, both the Law Tigers, and you also have your own separate division. You also have another business you do with home claims, which we'll talk about. But before all that, what did you do before you were a lawyer?
Before I was a lawyer, I mean, I did. Let's say first foremost, my dad was a lawyer.
Okay.
So, and I had the luxury of practicing with my dad up until he decided to step away. So, I'd say I was slave labor for a good number of years. I was working in his law office through high school and things like that. So I did that. But listen, I went to Florida State. I thought I don't want to be a lawyer. I wanted to look into doing something else. I got out of college, and I had to go get a job. And my first job was working at a golf course resort, and kind of did waitering and other things on weekends. I was doing their events, so it was the bar mitzvahs, the weddings, all that kind of stuff. And but during the week, I was working on the golf course. And I'll tell you, when you are sitting in the sun every day, you quickly realize you want to do something else. And so at that point, I said, it's time to go to law school. So I pretty much went from college into being a lawyer. I mean, I really did. But through the years, I've always worked. I've always worked since I was 15. Okay. I think that instilled a lot in regards to just having the work ethic. I've always been. I can't sit back and not be doing something. And so I think that aspect that my parents put, that you have to go earn your keep and do something, is probably an early drive in regards to that.
So when you worked at this, was it a country club?
Yeah.
So were there any like asshole members that you had to
Oh, yeah.
encounter? Tell me a
yeah.
funny story of like.
Listen, we had
dickhead
crazy
that you had to
stuff.
deal
I mean,
with.
it was a golf course. It's up in Hollywood, Florida, and it's surrounded by a senior living community.
Okay.
And they opened it up basically to some private members away from that living facility because, their membership were dying. So
Of course.
so there was some issues. I'd be out there middle of the week, and I had Glenn Fry come out and play.
Oh, wow.
We had Two Live
Two Live Crew.
Crew.
Okay.
Luke Campbell
Oh,
was
yeah.
out there playing all the time.
That's the me so horny guy, right?
Me so horny guy.
Or hey, we want some.
Yeah, but I had the guy who started not MTV, but this other thing called the Video Box. I don't remember, or Music Box. It was kind of like an MTV competitor at the time.
Yeah.
We had some interesting people come out. I always had Dolphin players out there a lot,
Nice.
and but yeah, you get the cranky old people, or the guys who wanted you to run around and go get them stuff or whatever, and then not tip you. But it was definitely an interesting job. It was a fun job.
Sure.
Yeah.
But you're out there and you're doing manual labor. You're carrying bags. I was running golf carts and bags and all that kind of stuff. And after 6 months and it's summertime, you're like, how much longer am I going to do this job while I'm figuring out what else I'm going to do?
course.
So law school it was. So it was a pretty quick decision there from that point on.
Got it.
That's pretty cool, man. And you've made a great success out of your career, great family man, and but there's an alter ego in each and every one of us. If you had to do something different other than being an attorney and running a law firm practice, what would that be? Who's the alter ego in you?
Listen, if my dream fantasy, if I could do anything, I'd be in a rock band. I mean, I'm a diehard music guy.
So, wow.
I love all kinds of music. Me and my wife go to all kinds of festivals. Anybody who knows us knows we're traveling. That's where I kind of spend more time, is like figuring out where we're going on a trip to build around a festival.
Cool.
But rock and roll is that's the bread and butter.
I would have said I didn't know that about Tom, man.
You a Deadhead? You ever follow the Dead?
No, I'm not a huge Deadhead. I once saw him I saw John Mayer with the Dead at the Sphere in Vegas, and it was great.
Yeah.
I probably could have named 2 tunes out of the whole show.
Sugar Magnolias, right? Is one of them.
They did that. I forgot the other one. Trucking. They did Trucking.
Yeah.
That was about it. They did some covers. But
Other than that,
but
I like
other than that, not
80s,
really.
80s,
I'm not Deadhead. I'm not Fish
Right.
kind of guy. But I'm a huge Pink Floyd. So like
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Roger Waters, even though politically he's gotten a little maybe not in the direction I would go,
Sure.
but David Gilmour is like a huge guy I want to go see live. Like I'm really hoping that he just did a recent tour, and it was only a handful of dates, so I didn't make it. But like That's the guy I really like to go see.
So would you be a
live.
singer, or a music, or a band member? Like, what would be the?
Yeah. What instrument would you play? Would you be?
do?
Well, I mean, it's if I really was, if it's fantasy and I could actually play an instrument, then you got to do guitar. I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
baby.
Of course.
You got to be.
Yeah.
Girls
Yeah.
love the guitars.
See,
Yeah, but
I
the lead
grew up in
singer
a
also. The lead singer gets.
yeah, and the drummer as well. I would probably be a drummer.
They're like them and the bassist get like.
Oh,
the
dude, the
scrap- like
drummers
they
get
the
respect.
scraps.
Come on, see, I
Most
talking about
bands,
the
most
chicks.
bands, you don't know who the drummer is. Like
Yeah.
the
Right.
drummer's got to be really,
And the
really
bassist,
good to be.
and the
Oh,
bassist,
man.
yeah, the bass guy and the drummer. It's the lead. It's the lead singer, the guitarist.
see
get
how
all-
much I
get all
know.
the
I'm listening
action.
to too much rap music. I
That's
think.
true.
Yeah,
That's true.
but I do have respect for when I was growing up, like Bon Jovi, Def Leppard, like Pour Some Sugar on Me. Is that considered rock?
That's
Yeah, of
rock and roll,
course.
man.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
my bread. That's my bread and butter.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
80s. I'm an 80s kid.
Okay,
So
yeah.
that's, you ask my wife, she'll tell you I've dragged her to every 80s band like a dozen
Yeah,
times.
that-
Whether she
and
likes
And she
it or
keeps
not.
asking if there's new music. I'm like, no,
Yeah, I
no,
think-
there's no new music.
Hey, well, you do have a little culture in you too, because I can attest. We personally went together to see Andre Bocelli, so
And that was awesome.
that was great too.
That was
So,
awesome.
Yeah, so that was always
Very cool. Are you tired of focusing on how to best market your firm? Would you love to have higher value cases and much higher fees? Let Law Tigers do the work for you. With over 25 years of experience, our tried and tested niche marketing model reaches motorcycle riders both before and after they need legal representation. See, we focus on grassroots, digital, and traditional marketing so you can get back to doing what you love, like trying cases, or perhaps spending more time with your family and friends. If this sounds like something that can interest you, reach out to me, Dave Thomas, at dave@lawtigers.com. Again, that's dave@lawtigers.com. And I look forward to talking to you about how we can help bring these high-value cases directly to you.
So, what obviously we're trying to get our guests to know you a little more. Like, what drove you or inspired you to become an attorney? Like, why a lawyer versus doctor or some other profession out there? Why legal?
Well, first and foremost, I mean, I saw my dad do it. I didn't necessarily like everything my dad did in regards to his practice. My dad was a big defense guy.
Got
That wasn't something that really called to me. But when I was younger, I spent a lot of time getting dragged along with my dad. And my dad was actually in trial, and I'd be sitting in the back of the courtroom. The courtrooms are empty. Everybody thinks they're always full, right? Because that's what's like on TV. But you go down to the courthouse, well, not anymore, but you used to be able to go down to the courthouse and people were trying cases in rooms, and some, 2 or 3 people are watching, and some nobody's watching.
Right.
But he'd like tell me to sit in the back and color, whatever. I mean, that's how I grew up. I mean, and kept me busy, but it was cool. It was cool. It was like a play, right? And I really love that. I love the drama. I love the. I always thought of myself as sort of a little bit of an actor, and so I think that if you're a trial lawyer, that really is kind of what you are trying to do.
Right.
You're being an actor.
Sure.
So that called to me. I liked it.
That's cool. So I know that you obviously do personal injury
Yep.
with Law Tigers and your own firm as well, but there's a whole nother segment that you do with like home claims, right? Explain that. How that works.
So I really made my my firm has been doing personal injury and that kind of stuff through the years, but really made our name as sort of in a niche market, which was representing individual policyholders that are affected by storms, affected by anything to their property, so their home, their office, their condominium, things like that. That's really blew up for me early on in my career when I was doing stuff. And there wasn't a lot of lawyers doing it. And so, even though everybody sees hurricanes and stuff
Right.
at the time, there was maybe only a dozen, and maybe that many, I don't even think that many law firms that really focused on it. And so
Right.
I kind of got pulled into it, and it just grew fast. And so over the years, that's really what I'm known for. A lot of markets,
Yeah.
I'm known for being sort of the property damage guy.
Did you ever think, like, when I, like, before I met you, honest truth, I never even realized there was a field for that, because I've never been in a situation where my home, when I had to make a claim
Right.
due to a natural disaster, and then my sister literally just had a water leak, and now she's going through. Now she didn't have to retain counsel yet, but because of negligence on the part of the contractor, and I had no idea that this was a thing. And you've made quite a success out of it because of fact that, let's face it, insurance companies don't pay what they're supposed to, right?
They don't. I mean,
don't want
that
to.
keeps me in business. I
That's
mean,
right.
the fact. I mean, look, in every aspect of what we do on the personal injury side, you're going against insurance companies. But
Correct.
here, the real factor in these homeowner claims or property claims is you go in front of a judge, you go in front of a jury. The other side is something that ends with insurance company, right?
Yeah.
So it just says they have money. So you get a little. You're not supposed to be in an unfair advantage, but you do have that kind of an aura of people are on that jury that are not proponents of insurance company, and I don't think there many are.
Yeah.
Right.
You kind of start with a little bit of a lead, a little head start.
No, that makes sense. And so I want to just change gears a little bit here. You know, if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why?
You know, real quick, I think right off the bat, I think the coolest person to go have dinner with, Elvis.
Come
I
on.
think going
Yeah.
and just seeing a day in his life and seeing
Yeah.
the craziness that surrounded him and his
The young
mindset.
Elvis, not the drug.
young
Elvis.
Elvis,
Yeah,
the
not
young
not
Elvis.
the
Yeah,
drug
he was
No,
a
Elvis.
no, the
unique
young
guy,
Elvis.
man. Yeah, Elvis was a very interesting guy, man.
Very
I dig that.
interesting. And I mean, you see these bio doc films, and you know they give you a little sense of it, but
Mhm.
the world was so different then.
Sure.
Yeah.
And like we went to Graceland,
Been there.
and
it's
you're
awesome.
just like, this house is so small compared to like you're expecting this mega
Mansion,
mansion,
yeah.
right?
Right. Right.
And like that house is like just maybe an average size house in the neighborhood now.
Right,
and,
right.
He's got different rooms, and he's got these phones connected to everything, and that was like unheard of.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And he was just out there. I mean, he was a crazy guy. I
Yeah.
think that would be.
He was a
probably
hell of an entertainer
crazy,
too, man. Yeah.
dude. I mean, he performed. And think about this: he's,
Gosh.
for as famous as he is, and for everything he did, you know, he didn't write any of his own music. I
Yeah.
mean,
And he
that's-
died at like 45, I think.
Yeah,
Right.
he was
Young
young.
guy.
Yeah. He
He
was
was
a great,
45 or maybe a little younger.
yeah, he was a great musician, but a terrible actor. I watched some of his movies. I love the music, but the acting, I think
I think
I
he
think
was
he-
in on the joke, though. I think he was in on it.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're all goofy movies.
Yeah, but they were,
I
I
mean,
enjoy it because of the music.
I'm going to
well, the
Red
music,
Race.
just the tongue in cheek. I mean,
Yeah,
the Frankie
yeah.
Valley type of stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
but yeah, when I was small, I mean, that was on every Saturday
Right.
morning. Was an Elvis movie, right?
Right, right. So obviously, you're a Vegas guy, part time, and then you live in West Palm, right there. They're
Well,
talking-
Miami. I'm down in Miami.
Yeah. So very different, obviously, different cultures, different environments. But what do you do for fun, hobby wise, in Vegas versus Miami?
So Miami, listen, Miami is the beach, the ocean, that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not doing those things I used to do, 10, 20 years ago anymore, but
What
It's
kind
still-
of things?
well, we're not doing the clubs every night, I mean, Miami's a big time club
Yeah.
scene place, but more restaurants have come into the market. So, I mean, it's now turning a little bit more into the dinner lounge aspect, but Miami is still fun for, going out in the ocean. I mean, that is really the draw there. And in Vegas, you've got a lot of stuff. I mean, there's every artist is coming through town at
Yep.
some point. The comedy shows every night. So you want to get away from the kids and go do something. The options are there. Then you always have the clubs. But I mean, we enjoy going out, getting a nice dinner, and then gambling for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Relieves stress. I love sitting and playing blackjack.
What's your what's the most you ever bet on a hand?
Most I've ever bet on a hand, maybe $2 or $3 grand at
What's
a
the mo-
time.
What's the most you've ever won?
Oh, I've had some good runs. I've won on blackjack. I've had some runs where I've won maybe 18 or 20 grand at a time.
Nice.
That's good.
I've fun.
What's the most you ever lost?
I won't say that. But wait, I mean, listen. I've had on the craps table. I've had some good nights where I've won some big money. I one time I walked away with like almost 50 grand. At the
Oh,
Hard
that's a
Rock.
good
You
night.
get when that happens, you start getting some good comps.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff,
they moved us right on up to the Hard Rock suite.
Yeah, 'cause
with
they want
the
you to
bowling
stay and
alley.
spend some more money.
They gave us the bowling alley. I was up there with my brothers and stuff in town at that time, so it was fun.
Yeah. Well, it seems like you still get after it, you and the wife, and but just in a different way than you would, younger Tom.
We're trying.
which-
We're still.
I know. You know what? One thing before we move on,
Yeah.
because I gotta bring this up.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah, yeah.
We have this in common. I know you're a big wine guy, right?
Yeah, huge
big
wine
wine
guy.
guy. I thought I had a big collection with 12, 14, 1,300 bottles. So tell us about what got you into wine. First of all, what types of wine you like, and a little bit about your collection you've amassed, because not many people have the collection you have that I know at least.
No. Well, first and foremost, I'm like you, Ari. I'm a little bit of a semi hoarder. Like you, I get into collecting. I get into collecting something, and then like you go down the
Rabbit
the
hole.
rabbit hole
Yeah.
of like you've got to have every one of
Right.
them. You've got to have it, and like so that is a downside. That's a big negative of me. Is I really and I know I have that. I'm a big time collector of
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So wine, got into it. My parents were big into wine. They still are. Kind of grew up drinking wine around them, but I wasn't. I was always a white wine guy. Really didn't have a enjoyment for red. And then probably, maybe in my late 20s, started to have that kind of change in your taste palette.
Yep.
Really started to appreciate the red. And then we made some trips out to Napa and just, you go there, you go to California, you go to these places, you have these tastings, they wow you, you enjoy the stories, you enjoy the people. And like, next thing you know, you're coming home with, boxes of wine. And so, but then you get in this thing of like, well, I got to have this year and I've
Right.
got to have, this
Yeah.
vintage and I got to have this, they're making a special blend, right? So you start getting into it. I have a pretty good collection, both in Miami and in Vegas. I've got majority of my collection is California Cab.
Yep.
That's my preference. I really enjoy it. I
Me
think
too.
a lot of people are into the French or the Italian. I enjoy Italian a lot. I'm not really a big fan of the French. It's just the taste is not the same. I don't.
I think
I
it's
like more of
chemically
the fruit.
altered. I think it's chemically altered. I've been told the Bordeaux.
Yeah.
Because they're not. They have to do some razzle dazzle to the stuff. I've
Yeah.
Maybe that could be, but I like more of the fruitful, and
Yeah.
that's what you get in California, the big bold fruit, and so that's really been kind of my draw, and that's probably for the last 20 years or so. I've been collecting a lot of California, some Italians, and of course, every once in a while you get those rare opportunities that come along, and so you grab some,
Right.
But yeah, so I've been collecting that, but yeah, I've got a few thousand bottles.
A few thousand. He's
thousand
he's underestimating, but I'm not going to disclose the number.
I don't,
but,
I don't know. I don't want to get into that. But
Nah.
yeah, I have more than I
Yeah.
should. I mean,
all
more
right.
than we'll ever drink.
That's okay.
But
Yeah, he's told me stories about his wife and her friends getting into his A category bottles.
I
of
think I was
wine
there for that story.
and maybe and changing the stickers
Yeah,
on
yeah.
them, right? So that
well, I at one time thought I was going to be smooth, and we were going to categorize the wines by basically red, yellow, and green. Right? Red is don't touch it. Yellow, you had to call me and discuss it, what the circumstances were. Green was you could you could go ahead and open it without asking. So I think it worked I think I got away with it for a few months. And then my wife and her friends were having their little drinking party, and her friends were all like, these stickers just peel off, So once they realized they could just start switching stickers on me,
I would like to hear her side
gig
of that
was,
story.
The
though,
gig was
man.
over. The gig was over.
Sound like a
That's a different
one-sided
That's a
story.
different
you
podcast.
do what I do, and you don't bring that much of the expensive stuff home, and you leave it at an off-site storage. No, my wife's pretty good. Like she'll, we've kind of met in the middle, right? Initially, there was a certain threshold on price, and I've kind of moved it up a bit, but she still is good about not opening things that are super expensive without including me or asking me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, again, some of these bottles get very expensive for liquid, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
you gotta, I don't care how wealthy you are, how many bottles you have, still you don't want to piss it away, without it being a special occasion or something to make it.
Yeah,
worth-
I mean,
worth
I'm not
drinking.
looking for a Tuesday afternoon, where we're eating
Right.
cheese, cheese sandwiches and
Right.
opening up, Dom Perignon and a $500
Harlan
bottle of wine.
States or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That. Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, no, she's very considerate of that. I mean, she knows, but
Yeah, very
we do
cool.
joke about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but it's also nice to like have sometimes it's really you go out of your way to find one bottle
Right.
of something in particular. You want to save that for a special occasion. Like we just did dinner for my dad who just turned 80, and so I pulled out some really nice bottles to take
Would you
to
what was-
dinner.
Give me a what? Give me
So
a
I
bottle.
pulled out a 2001 Scarecrow
Nice.
Magnum, which was really nice,
Nice.
and was excellent. I mean, it was
That's great.
excellent.
I got newer vintages of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then trying to remember what we put out the other one. The other one was something really nice as well. But the Scarecrow was really, that was kind of the
Yeah.
the really on the point. Everybody was like, "Wow, this is
That's
worth it." You know.
Are you having leads or even cases that fall through the cracks? At Law Tigers, we know how important it is to quickly follow up on leads. We have developed a strategy to convert the highest number of motorcycle cases to your firm. I am talking about a 24/7 call center and live chat, real-time website form submission, and lead routing and tracking software to make sure you know every motorcycle lead has been followed up on and every case accounted for. Conversion is our bread and butter. Let us ensure you aren't missing or losing out on any leads so you can focus on trying motorcycle cases and getting big verdicts and settlements. Together, we can make sure no motorcycle injured rider gets left behind. Go to lawtigersmarketing.com to learn more about how we drive motorcycle cases more than any other organization.
Very cool. Well, hey, man, we're going to switch this damn podcast up to a country club podcast.
Oh boy!
man,
Oh boy!
we
All
need-
right.
This guy need to look like, hey, man, I got notes there for you for a
I
fucking
know, but
reason, bro.
Like,
I
he and
know-
I have so much
hey,
in
if
common.
you guys want to fucking talk
I
about
know,
wine,
I
we
know.
can
Well,
get a
by the way,
different
I do want
podcast.
to point
Look
out
at
that.
that.
Listen, I
Yeah.
wore the shoes
Chunky
for Ari.
dunks. Chunky
I wore
dunks.
these. I said I got these recently. I was like, oh, I got to wear
I
these when I
love
see
'em.
Ari
I
because
get
I
shit
know
from-
he'll appreciate them. And then he goes, oh, I have them.
No, dude, you know what? Yours are much better shape than mine. I get so
Well,
much.
I just got them.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Those are cool, actually.
Ben Affleck was wearing them. I saw on at some TV show, some TMZ thing. I get more shit from my motorcycle friends when I wear those.
Oh,
On
really?
the Harley group, and they're like, "What are you wearing? Clown shoes or something?" Then I go to the lawyer events,
Then
and I'm the
it's-
cool
you're
guy.
welcome,
yeah.
So,
I know.
but
Yeah.
I do dig your kicks. Those
Yeah,
are
know
cool.
the
Those are
audience,
cool.
I'm a
man.
big sneaker guy like you. so-
Yeah. Well, I
yeah.
think once, and you collect some stuff too. I think when you have that collector gene, if you will, it's the thrill of the chase, right?
Right.
The
Yeah.
hunt.
Yeah.
Got to get that new thing, or I got to get that vintage, or I got to get that new pair of Travis Scott's,
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's just it's the thrill of the hunt. is what it is,
100%.
you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead, Dave.
No. So, talking about, you're kind of where you're at right now in your career and what it took for you to arrive to where you're at today. What would younger Tom say to today's Tom? What advice would you give yourself?
Listen, I made a lot of mistakes. I mean, my attitude, much younger, maybe even still a little today, is a power through.
Mm.
Things go wrong, fine. We can make it up later. You can work through it. Clearly, as you get older and you have a family, those risks are a little bit. You've got to take them more into consideration. But I think the younger, I mean, honestly, coming up are you saying going back and talking to myself back then, or if I was younger now?
Yeah. So what would younger Tom? I mean, because obviously you had to fall into some pitfalls and bump your head a few times to arrive to where you're at today and navigate some things, right? So would you be satisfied? Would the younger Tom be like, hey, job well done, or would younger Tom say, hey,
Give some advice.
maybe
this, yeah.
enjoy smell the roses, as you go, because I get that in people a lot where they just put their head down and they just work their ass off to, to success.
Yeah.
But would you do anything different? Would you do anything different?
I don't know necessarily too much. I think the biggest thing I would have done is probably started to take some financial advice sooner in life. I didn't.
But
I didn't
maybe about investing and
yeah, like saving, like actually saving money.
Yeah.
That's good.
I didn't do any of that. I really kind of I made it, I spent it. I mean, I really did.
Yeah.
And I had a good time. I mean,
Hey, that's important, man.
but yeah, I'm clearly, I think back now and I'm like, if I had, saved some money, the opportunities that started to come to me later on, if I had some savings, like more savings available to put into
invest
those
in other
things,
yeah.
where I would be now would be probably a lot different.
You're not hurting though.
I'm not hurting, but I'm just saying but I had the opportunities to invest in some
Right.
startups and things like
Right.
that
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
really taken off. And
And that's a tough question to ask yourself because it allows you to reflect. You know, I even look at my journey and it goes just to my family. You know, I wish I would have been a little bit more present and intentional. You know, I have two sets of kids. I have older kids that are out of the house, and now I have these young ones. Like
Right.
we end up having kids in our late 40s. Like my wife's had our last kid at 47.
wow.
Yeah, crazy. And so so when I write this stuff down and I'm like, hey, I'm going to ask this question. I even asked it to myself, and that's how I would answer it. I'm like, man, I wish I've been, for the older kids, I wish I would have just slowed down just a little bit and paid attention. You know, now the younger kids, they get all of me, because I'm aware and I'm present. Like when I'm home, like I cut shit off and I'm like, okay, 8-year-old, let's get on our knees and have a good time.
You hear that? I think you hear that a lot also with like grandkids. Like
Yeah.
the parents are there, not there as much for the kids because they're working, they're hustling, and then they spend more time with the grandkids because they're more well.
Because you're running, you're building, you're growing, you're scaling.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's funny you mentioned because I was like you coming up. I spent a lot because I like toys and to have fun, right? So even like when I bought every Apple product to him with. I had the first iPod thing, music thing. I had the first computer. I had all Apple products, and I think to myself, if I would have like invested in Apple, for example, or some of the things that I bought that became popular, but you can't dwell on that stuff. You learn from.
No, I don't think you dwell on it. I just think, but listen, you're early 30s,
right?
You're starting to make money, and that's so the first time you're like you feel comfortable because you're like, I'm not scrambling to pay my rent anymore, right?
Yeah.
I can actually go to nice places and eat.
Yep.
I was able to like go to the clubs and
Right.
hang out in the VIP area versus standing around the GA area.
Right.
So, you want to enjoy because you're working.
Right.
And when you're younger, also the amount of time you're working didn't matter. Like I didn't care that I was working 6-7 days
Right.
and putting the time in. I was still going out. You learn how to live on less sleep and still get stuff done. And it's fine. And it's great. And it helps build you for later and to appreciate things. But honestly, that was the thing. If somebody had just said, listen, hey, you slapped me and said, listen, just take 20% and like throw it to the side.
Yeah.
And like keep it for a rainy day. Like everybody says that, but you don't do it.
Yeah.
Somebody had forced me to do it. That's probably the thing I would have gone back and talked to myself.
It's funny you
that's
mention that because I tell all my young staff, I'm like, do the 401k match. You're getting 4% free money.
Right.
Yeah.
Put away some, 5-10%, just something. But I think until when you're young and it's very hard to convince someone of doing that when it's just not in their mindset.
Well,
I think it's
yeah,
hard
yeah.
to.
And you want to enjoy it, man. It's like, there's two sides of the coin there.
You could be the other extreme where I know people that have millions and don't spend any of it.
Exactly.
And all they do is work, and they die, and their kids or family members get it.
That's true.
But they're built that way, and they're just they just don't want to spend money because that's not their thing.
Well, that's a mindset. But I do see, in a lot of the people who work for me, the younger crowd and stuff. I mean, their mindset is like, I don't feel comfortable saving money because I don't feel like I have enough money to do something.
Right.
So they don't want to do the 401k. Like
Right.
we offer that. They don't, not everybody's participating. Some people are trying to opt out of some other benefits and asking us if we'll contribute what we would be contributing to them instead.
like health
like,
insurance,
it doesn't work
no
like
health,
that.
yeah, no health insurance, but stuff like that.
But I'm like, it doesn't really work like that. They're trying to will, and it's just different mindsets. But I mean, I think the aspect of growing up young.
So now your operation, you're in how many states? Is it 7? I think I counted on your website, or how many?
I think we're 7 at the moment.
Yeah, that's awesome. So being in Miami, it comes with different, stereotypes, right? Miami, fast environment. What would you describe as one of the most craziest client experience or worst experience you ever had, with a client that you've had to worked for?
Well, I don't know if I want to get into worse because there's probably a couple there. But I've had some crazy clients. Listen, when I first started out of law school, a couple of years out of law school, I was working for a sole practitioner in Miami, a plaintiff lawyer, and his hired me. He was like, I knew he knew who my dad was. They weren't friends or anything, but he knew who my dad was. So he's like, I know you had a good upbringing. I had worked in house before that, and was able to go try some cases and do some stuff. So he's like, look, you want to come over and work for me, and I saw it as a good opportunity. He was like, here's your cases. He's like, go make money, right? Figure it out. I was like, some of these cases are like trials next week. And he's like, just go. He's like, you can't lose. He's like, win or lose, like it is what it is. They're not offering money. You don't have any options. And that was great. So I got to try a lot of cases, trial by fire. But I mean, one of the funniest things ever was him telling me to go down and try a case. I'd never talked to the client. I show up at the courthouse. Client's there. I'm going to introduce myself. And it's sort of gentleman had been in a car accident, hurt, but he was kind of a drifter,
Yeah.
didn't really have residence. Maybe sometimes he was homeless, sometimes he wasn't, living with friends. So he's there, and he, maybe he was late 30s. I'm like probably 30 at the time or 31 at the time. He looked at me and was like, "You're a kid, man. You can't represent me." And I'm like, "You're not. This isn't a criminal case. Like,
Right.
You see the in the TV shows when the criminals are like up. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, this is a car accident, man. I've done these." And he was like, "All right." And
I love your voice.
he really questioned me through the. I was a 2-day trial.
Sound like a brother, by the way.
He was, yeah.
That's a white guy trying to act.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
that was my
white guy.
impression.
He was like, all right.
He was like, all right.
Aight.
But he gave me so much shit.
Yeah.
He was like, "Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing?" And I was like, 2 minutes ago, you didn't want me to like try your case.
Yeah.
Now you're
You do it.
critiquing me.
Yeah.
Now you're telling me I didn't do things.
Yeah.
And we tried that case. I did not win, but he was like, "You did a good job." He told me that. And the other side, we were waiting for the jury. The jury's out, and the other side came and says, like, I think you might be getting some money on this. And I was like, and in Florida, you have to prove permanency first. We have it's called threshold. Lots of other states don't have because we have PIP. So you have to prove permanency in order to actually get an award. Otherwise, you only get their medicals. So he came back and they gave us the medicals, but they didn't give us the threshold of permanency on the guy.
Yeah.
So we didn't really get any money. And the other lawyer, said good job, but he was like, "You did a good job." Called the next day to my boss and was like, "Why'd you send down that young kid?" He goes, "He did a good job, but I want a retrial. I want you to try my case." And my boss was really good about it at the time. He's like, "You got the best we got." And he goes, "Well, what are you?" And he goes, "I don't go to court anymore." So you got the best we got.
Oh, that's cool, man.
But it was funny. But that was an eye opener that I was like, I got to deal with, because I had never really had a client before
right.
that I had to go. I'd done the insurance. I'd worked for the insurance.
Yeah.
So you don't really have a client. You have a company. And I had done some bench trials with a person. That was really my first experience of like, you've got this guy's winning or losing with you. And he really was in it for roll the dice, if we win something great. But he thought he was going to be able to get another trial just because, it didn't work. So that was entertaining. That was an eye opener in regards to kind of how to deal with people moving forward.
So what is something that people might be surprised to learn about you? That people that don't know you?
Oh, man. I don't know. Well, I think unless you're my close friend, most people don't know I'm a big music guy. I mean, I'm like a diehard music. Like, I'm the guy who's, used to be on Tuesdays, now it's Fridays. There's all the new music releases. I love to go through and see what's there. Like, I miss the days of going to the record store and seeing what the new releases are. And thumbing through and going through the old
vinyls. Yeah.
Loved it. I loved all that. So that was a huge thing for me. So I think probably that most people don't realize like how much I'm into like just a variety of music. I mean, I'm listening to dance, I'm listening to rock, I'm listening to a lot of hip hop,
Who's your favorite hip hop artist?
Oh man, I love Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Jay-Z or Nas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But I gotta tell you, I mean Kendrick's killing it.
Lamar,
I think
yeah,
his stuff is
yeah. He has a good
really-
vibe, man.
His
yeah.
newest album, I love that.
Yeah.
I could listen to that a lot.
That's
I thought you
what's
were going
up.
to tell me about some fetish you have or something. No fetishes, huh?
No fetishes. not-
If you're looking for high quality leads that result in high value cases, our three-pronged marketing strategy of grassroots, digital, and traditional methods help reach loyal community of motorcycle riders that are in dire need of lawyers that can care for their clients and drive successful outcomes for them. Once you become a Law Tigers member, we will implement our 25-year time-tested marketing program that will drive numerous high-value motorcycle cases to your firm each year. Just ask Law Tiger members throughout the 35 states where we market to riders and dominate within our niche. If this sounds like something you would like to be interested in, reach out to me, Dave Thomas, at dave@lawtigers.com to talk about what Law Tigers can do for you. Well,
No.
hey, we're going to transition to the next segment of the show. It's called what?
Oh, what's
What's
the
the
verdict?
verdict?
Sorry,
That's
a little
what I'm
off
talking
today.
about. That's all right.
A little
Hey,
rusty. Sorry,
hey,
Dave.
we'll get
Sorry.
better. We'll get
Rusty.
better.
Oh,
Yeah, what's the verdict?
What's the verdict?
So in this particular segment, if you want to call it that, I'm going to ask you basically A or B. So
Okay.
this or that, and you first thing that comes to mind, just spit it out, and then we'll probably ask you to embellish on a few of those afterwards.
Okay.
And so again, just a way to kind of get to know your interests.
Yeah, it's like a speed
like a
round,
speed
too.
round,
So
yeah.
whatever comes to your mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, ready? Here we go.
Let's go.
Boobs or butt?
But
Basketball or football?
football,
Hip hop or country?
hip hop,
Trump or Jimmy Kimmel?
Trump,
Rich or famous?
rich,
Top or bottom?
yes, bottom.
Looked over. You see his
Oh.
eyes turn.
I'm not sure which way to take
You-
that.
so you're saying you're lazy.
Be careful on this one. Blonde or brunette?
Blonde.
London or Paris?
London,
Wine or tequila?
wine,
Well, obviously. Boxer or briefs?
boxer guy.
Boxer guy.
All right. Well, let's break this down a little bit. Let's embellish. Okay. So boobs.
Well, I
or,
think they're bad. I guess I'm boxer briefs.
oh, there's a combo deal. You're
Yeah,
right.
It's
yeah,
like you
I'm a
reach a
boxer.
certain age, man.
I'm the
Boxers are a
boxer.
little dangerous.
You
No,
gotta
no,
hold
I
in
don't
the
do
package, you know?
regular the boxer briefs or what. So I guess I have more. I guess it would be briefs for you.
I'm a
yeah.
boxer guy. I need the breathability.
Oh,
The
man.
With
breathability.
age.
Yeah.
So
Ouch.
So did you say boobs or butt? By the way.
but
So
And he said that pretty quickly, too.
yeah. So you're a butt guy.
I'm a butt guy.
Not a boob guy, really? Or,
No, listen, I love boobs. I mean,
Who
I don't have a
doesn't, right?
problem
Who
with them.
doesn't, right?
I don't have a problem with them.
Hey,
Yeah.
I would have answered that both, right? That's bad.
That's right. That's right. So on rich or famous, you had said rich. Is that
Rich.
right? So no interest in fame ever, or
I don't think that's not something that really appeals to me that much.
Sure.
I don't really. I see famous people and I'm like, I don't really care. You know, I
Yeah.
don't. I
unless
like to
they're
live
rich,
my.
of course.
I like to live my life. I like to go places and not,
Right.
have everybody know me. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say I'd like to be able to pay for where I want to go and do what I want to do. Right?
Yeah.
You also answered London. Was it London?
Yeah.
Pretty quick. So you're well traveled. You want to talk about that? That was a quick answer.
So I went to London. I've been to Paris. I've been to London. I think the people in London are a lot nicer.
Okay.
But being able to speak English everywhere is really nice.
yes.
And but we were there a couple years ago. I thought London was great. I'm looking forward to trying to go back soon. I enjoyed it.
That's
I thought it was
cool.
A very cool town.
London boy. I like
Yeah,
that.
London. I love London. I like Hyde Park, walking around the park. Of course, going to that. I'm sure Darcy loves going to Harrods.
Well, we
Yeah,
didn't
I
really
like
we
Harrods.
didn't get a chance to really do that. We were out there for my parents' anniversary,
Oh, really?
and so we were with them. We did a little sightseeing. We did some of the nice restaurants and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that kind of stuff. We had a really nice time. But it was we
Do you have any
definitely earmarked it
recommendations
as-
on restaurants out there, by the way?
We did Gordon Ramsay's Savoy, which
Yeah.
was phenomenal.
Was it good? Good.
Yeah, that was pretty over the top.
He's got a little diner there. I've eaten.
He's
at.
got a
It's
couple.
good.
He's got
Yeah,
a bunch
yeah,
of stuff.
yeah.
But we went to the Savoy at the Savoy Hotel,
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
and it was the whole atmosphere was
Yeah.
great, and we loved the bar at oh my god, I'm drawing a
The
blank.
Ritz.
No, it's inside the Rosewood Hotel. There's a bar. The gentleman is the artist that did all the Pink Floyd artwork, and I
really?
can't believe I'm drawing a blank on
Yeah.
his name at the moment. But so he's got his artwork on the walls, and
Nice.
yeah, it was great. And
Have you been to the shop them all there, the Harrods before?
No, we
Oh,
didn't make it over there.
That's like
we drove past.
it's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
very fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
That place is unbelievable. It's like high-end shopping, but it's like at a whole nother level.
Mhm.
Like it's a mall and then independent shops, but restaurants, grocery store,
Yeah, it's
but
huge,
it's like
yeah.
it's primo. So before we move on, just one other thing. You talked about obviously wine. We've talked a little bit more about it. What if you had to pick one bottle, and that was it? What is it? Brand wise?
That's a good
Well,
question.
I love 100 Acre. 100 Acre is a premier cult wine out there, and I don't think I've opened a bottle that's been bad.
I think
so.
our audience is probably inquiring, what does something like that cost you? A bottle of 100 Acre?
So bottle of 100 Acre years ago was 200, then slowly moved up to 300. now, luckily, if you're on the list, he keeps the prices a little bit lower still for you.
So you have to be on the list.
You got to be on their list.
Okay.
So I think those bottles now they're going somewhere around $450.
Okay.
Um,
But you have to be on the list to even
Well,
get
gotta
to
be
that.
you can buy them secondary market.
right, you
just-
can go to the
Yeah.
store and buy them, and it'll be like $900
Yeah.
or $1,000.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the markup is insane.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but it is from him. You know, that's pricey though. It's pricey. when-
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you got to
yeah.
buy. You got to buy a 3-pack minimum.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And he has stuff that's more expensive, like Old Sparky, which is one of them.
well, that's Schrader. That's
No.
Schrader.
I'm sorry, not Old Sparky. What's
No, is
He's
that a
got the
gr-
Wraith. He's got the
Wraith?
the
Right, Wraith. That's
Is
Yeah.
that
Now
the
he's got
green?
this-
Is that the green dot? Or is that the
No,
It
that's
gets
that's a triple red.
Yeah.
Triple red.
yeah, that's a do not open unless you
stop
have
it all.
explicit
Stop.
permission from
It says
me.
stop looking at
Yeah,
it. That's
yeah.
My man said triple red.
Yeah, 100 Acres good. The guy is kind of known as like the outspoken badass. Of
He's
the wine
he's
industry.
the wild man
Yeah.
of Napa. We went
Yeah.
to his birthday party a couple years ago
Yeah.
at his house. It was very entertaining. He did
Yeah.
it. He did a whole speech, which was a little over the top.
Yeah. Those.
But he's entertaining. He's an entertaining guy. He's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
Well, man, I tell you, it's been a blast getting to know Tom here, man. I mean,
Yeah.
because we're both fond of you and your beautiful wife Darcy, man, and just sitting here, man, just learning more about you, man. It's revealing, man, that you're the real deal, man. So thanks for being on our show, man.
Yeah, this
but,
is awesome.
But now we're gonna pitch you in a
You're
hot.
not done yet, by
Oh,
the
I'm
way.
not done. Oh,
He
I'm not
was
done.
teasing you a little bit.
No,
Yeah, we have
he's
another
warming me
segment.
up.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
warming me
I'm
up.
warming
you up.
Oh,
Take
he's
another
warming
drink.
up.
Yeah.
I'm
Take another drink of that.
Yeah, I'm pitching you on. Oh, well, you may have to take part
Oh,
of that
boy.
here
So,
pretty soon.
You want to explain this next section?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
not?
So
Go
our
for it.
next section, we can get this 1, 2, 3.
Plead
Plead
the
the fifth. All right. So plead
like
the
how we use
fifth is when we're going to ask you some pretty tough questions,
Pointed questions.
pointed questions, and you have 2 options. You can answer them, or you can plead the fifth. Now, however, you plead the fifth, it comes with a consequence or a celebration of a shot.
You got your
Okay.
shot tequila.
All right, so
he
that's
may
what
want. He may
happens.
want to plead the fifth just to do a shot.
Yeah,
In
hey,
fact,
man. Let's,
you can not plead the fifth and do a shot.
That's
also.
right, man.
Yeah, we don't care.
all right, so
Fair
all right,
enough.
man. I'm gonna put you. You're on deck first,
Wait,
man.
should I have my shot ready?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's get
you
you-
should
well,
have
'cause
your
I
shot-
saw-
my shot
even if
ready.
you
Yeah,
don't
you
plead
should
the
have it
fifth,
ready,
you're
man.
gonna-
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, there we go. I think we gave you. You want to try this one? This other
Sure,
one here?
yeah.
Just to mix it up a little bit.
That's some good stuff too. Revolution on.
Revolution.
Yeah, I've never seen this.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Best deals in tequila are at the Kabul airport, apparently.
Yeah. Don't worry. That was for the well where I was raised for the homies.
That's right.
For the homies.
It's like a shofar. Little Jewish horn. All right.
Oh,
Pour
man.
out
There we
for
go.
Tupac.
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly. You got what I'm going with
I
that.
missed that one. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right. So, if you could delete someone from your contacts, anyone from your contacts, who would it be and why?
Wow, that's a tough one.
Oh man, that is a.
And you can't say your wife.
Oh my
I'm just-
goodness.
So I could delete somebody from my contacts.
Yes.
Um,
You're gonna hurt somebody's feelings, but hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
well, I mean, I guess we're gonna leave out the IRS, right?
That's too easy.
Yeah.
Someone that bugs the shit out of you.
Uh-oh. You got to be honest here.
I know. I'm trying to think of who's in my contacts right now. That
The call you dread, you're like, oh fuck, I gotta take that call.
Well-
or I don't want to take that call.
I'll be honest. Most of those people I've actually over the last year and a half or so I've deleted. I've really
Yeah.
done a good job of deleting some of those people.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to think right now. Like, I don't get to recently. I mean, look, you got clients here and there that are a problem, but can't say I could delete those.
So you got a pretty good contact list
Yeah,
there.
I'll tell you. I'll be honest. Okay, easy one here. My cousin. I got a cousin that I do not. That is a straight to voicemail every time now. So that.
Well, they're not
He-
being very specific. We need names.
Yeah.
Oh, my
So my cousin Arturo.
That's normally
There
how
we
it
go.
My
comes
cousin
out.
Arturo.
There we go.
He's a younger kid.
We love you, Arturo.
We love him. We love him as family, but I just cannot deal with the drama anymore.
Arturo,
So
man.
It's just too
it's
much.
always drama. It's always a
Okay.
drama call.
Yeah.
It's always I'm about an issue. I got a problem. I need
Need
I
money? Any money ever or no?
That's come up.
Yeah.
It's legal
Yeah.
issues. It's
Yeah.
just a relationship issue. I'm like, I just cannot.
Man,
like,
I
call
have,
my brothers.
I have so much more respect for you because you answer that. And normally the answer comes out about, that's why I'm looking at Art. We're looking at each other. It takes about 60 seconds for the person to answer that question because normally they say, oh, man, no, and then it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Last guest we had on there was a mother-in-law, and I was like, I don't know how he's going to
You're not
get.
going to live that one
I don't
down.
know
Well,
how he's going to live
I
that
would
one
say
up.
the mother-in-law, but I don't think she has my phone. I don't think I have hers. She doesn't use it.
Hey,
She just leaves her phone around hanging out. So
I'm just joking.
we probably
I-
answer it more than her.
I have heard some mother-in-law stories from you, by the way. But Darcy's always been there. In full- So, real quick before we move on to the next one. So, I mentioned about money. You've obviously done very well. You're a successful attorney, successful business guy. Do you have family or friends that, because of your station in life, that hit you up for money?
Well, I think that just comes with it, right? I mean, the fact is, at one point or another, I've pretty much had all my close family on my payroll at some point or another, or involved in my other businesses.
Sure.
My youngest brother runs a couple of my businesses in Las Vegas. Before that, he worked in the law firm for me. My other brother has worked on various things that are associated, not necessarily directly with the law firm, but with the business that we do.
Right.
I've helped him get set up to be able to do those things. My dad still is associated with the firm. So, I mean, yeah, I've had my cousins come out of the woodwork, I've had, asked me to invest into their startups. So I think you just get that. I mean,
Right.
that's,
Yeah.
if
Comes
you're
with the
the
territory.
family member that's doing better than the rest,
Right,
then
right.
you're going to get it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
you know,
normal.
That's fair enough.
Heck, I don't have a whole bunch, but I even get those calls. So
Yeah, I mean,
it's just it comes with the territory.
It's nature. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I don't judge it one way or the other.
That's
It's-
right.
It's part of it.
And if you can
That's-
obviously help family members out that
Yeah.
either fall in hard times or they do have an opportunity and you want to see
Yeah,
them.
and some
see
might
them
not see it as
yeah.
a negative. I mean,
Yeah.
it's I look at athletes or just people who've built something great, man. I say, hey, man, I'm here, and why not help some people out?
Right.
So
Especially
it's
those
not really
big-
I mean, it's some folks that that maybe just call too much or are not looking to better themselves. That may be an issue, but then like you just said, you have relatives that's running businesses. I think that's great, man. Why not build generational wealth for everyone? I think that's pretty cool.
Listen, let them earn something. I mean, the fact
Yeah.
though, what I don't like is the phone call that's just, hey, I need this to
Right.
with no purpose or use. Luckily, I don't really get those calls anymore. It generally is tied to something or
Yeah, you've already deleted them from your contacts. You
Yeah,
already told
true.
us that.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
But listen,
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
other family members, helping out on the other side of the family, when they were in need or something
Of
came
course,
up.
yeah.
So, it happens. I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
All right.
Yeah.
So, next question: who is the asshole or prick attorney that you've dealt with in the past that you just absolute guy that you just can't stand?
Oh, man.
And it's the first guy that came to your mind that you're going to pass up. I would like to hear from that. I'd like to hear about that guy.
I'm not gonna. I can't say names
That's
because
fine.
Yeah, we understand.
so
We'll put it together.
Talk-
And I think I already
yeah.
know.
no, you
No?
don't. You
I don't know?
That's
Okay.
they're on the short list.
On the
but
short list,
They're
okay.
on the short list, but they're not the number one.
Okay.
So number one is a defense lawyer out there that just is. He just makes everybody's life miserable, and
Yeah.
you wonder like, how does this guy go home at night
Yeah.
and have a family? Because it seems like he makes them miserable too. You know?
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, look, luckily there aren't that many. I've been fortunate enough, at least when I'm dealing with people, to get along on a professional level. Everybody's got their job, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got their client. So I've tried to not get into those personal kind of vendettas about things. But you know, you're always going to rub somebody the wrong way, or
Sure.
they're going to rub you the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I've been that person that maybe was an asshole to somebody that was younger.
Yeah.
And I've gone back later and said, hey, I'm sorry, you know, 2 years ago or a year ago, maybe I had a bad day or I took it, I was venting against your boss or whatever. But right now, yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lawyer out there that's you know,
Yeah.
a thorn in the side.
Well, that's a great answer, man. Thanks for being so honest and authentic about it. But one thing about you, man, I'm not brushing up to you, but you have great energy. So I wouldn't think that you have a whole bunch of, you know, enemies and all that good stuff, man. You kind of receive what you put out, you know?
Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
I've always tried to believe that like everybody's living like if you're good to people,
Yeah.
good will come back, right?
Sure.
I mean, you know, I'm not a super religious guy. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
grew up as a Catholic and all that stuff, but I mean, my moral bearing has always just been treat people right,
Yeah.
and hopefully that's a good guide, right?
I
Right.
get that from you 100%, man.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. It's a
You know,
Great
and
trait.
tequila helps.
yeah,
true. Yeah.
absolutely,
Loosens
man.
you up a little bit.
Darcy is in the studio. The camera's not on her, but man, you got a good husband over here, Darcy. Yeah, and
Oh, thank
he
you,
just got called
Darcy.
out.
Drink up. Thanks
Yes.
for keeping him
Called out.
honest.
I love that.
Keeping him honest.
Accountability.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
We're going to dinner night too, so we better not get too drunk.
Don't worry,
Uh,
we'll keep it going.
all right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
But like I said, the closet, I think the
Like
closet.
that one better? Yeah. I got this other one I haven't cracked open. It's that Dumal, like 1970. It's that red box. I don't even heard of that. 1972 Dumal.
No, I don't think
Yeah, I
so.
haven't opened that yet, but one of these days
Well,
I'll crack that
that's-
open.
save that for a special.
Yeah.
occasion.
Next time you come. Here you go.
Law Tigers has an incredible annual members only conference where they can meet and connect with other successful lawyers from across the country who also try motorcycle injury cases. This event gives you the opportunity to learn, grow, and exchange best practices with attorneys facing the same challenges as you. During the conference, you'll have the opportunity to learn from industry experts on how to grow your practice, enhance productivity, and maximize profits. To learn more about how to become a Law Tigers member and get access to this exclusive Law Tigers members only mastermind and more, go to lawtigersmarketing.com.
So let's move on. What is the most gangsta
Yeah.
thing you've done and gotten away with?
Uh-oh. Telling your laundry.
Breaking
here.
the law, breaking the law.
Oh my God.
Everybody's done some gangster stuff.
Oh, listen, I was young. We did a lot of stupid stuff. I think the most probably not gangster, but I know in high school. So I went to an all boys school.
Okay.
So, you know, we wanted to go to all the public high school parties because there was girls, right? Of
course. Yeah.
We didn't. Our school had nothing. So, and you really look back now and you realize how awkward you are because you're around boys all day, right? You're around
Yeah,
the
yeah.
guys. I mean, you're doing fart joke. You're doing like there. People don't care what you look like. You know, we had to wear a uniform. Didn't matter. So you go to these parties and the girls are there, and like you're awkward, or at least I was. I was very awkward. So I think the most gangster thing was we went to a house party. Me and my friends I mean, it was straight out of like super bad. We were like, we're going to this party. We're gonna be the cool kids there. We're just gonna walk in and act like we belong here
Mhm.
because this is like the end of the year party. This is the place to be. So we went, we walked in, and you know they party going, and it's like out of the movie, like the 80s, like what it should be. We're like, oh, this is the coolest party. We were there probably about 30 minutes, and my friend was on the swimming teams, and some guy comes over and is like, comes to my friend and says, hey, you guys are from this other high school, right? And we're like, no, man. We started naming this other high school, the public high school that's in the area. We didn't know that there was a big rift going on at the moment. So they're like, that's even worse. And we're like, all right, we're really from the school we were at. And we thought for sure they're going to kick us out. But they made us guys made us walk out and then have to walk back in. And they did a big, just like teasing us as we walked in.
Yeah.
And everything was good after that. But we went back to school on Monday. We were like, oh, we went to the high school party. And everybody was like, how'd you guys get in there, right?
Yeah.
And made friends. And so we got to go to parties after that. And I had some guys in my house. So that probably was one of my youth. That was probably one of the cooler things I got to do. Was kind of like get accepted by, competing school or whatever. And that was a hard thing to do.
That's cool.
We were not the cool kids. I mean, I was a nerd. I mean, I was just like, I was doing the same stuff I'm doing now, hoarding collectibles.
Back then it was like baseball cards or something like that.
Right. I couldn't wait to drive, and that was the way it was.
That's cool, man.
That was it.
That's pretty tame. Give me. Is there something a little more edgy? You got anything?
A little more edgy.
A little edgy. You got anything edgy you've gotten away with?
Have you ever broken?
Maybe not
know if I got away.
You never broken anyone's mirror before, man? Like got pissed off at them and just like, and then nobody knew about it.
Dude, I'll tell you.
Key a car, maybe pull off one of those Mercedes.
Okay,
emblems.
well I'll tell you
I'm
what.
talking I did.
I know when we were young. I used to do
I'll
that
tell you-
crap.
Well,
A Porsche emblem.
so we did. This is another high school stupid story. We climbed up on these warehouses. Me and my friends are all hanging out on the roof of this warehouse.
Yeah.
And we weren't paying. We didn't realize that. I guess it was under. They were doing some renovations on the buildings. So we were walking. We're fooling around. It's a big flat roof. So plenty of roof. We're up there hanging out, doing things we're not supposed to do, and we started jumping up and down, on this big box, which now I know it's the AC unit, right?
That's where this is going.
Yeah, that thing took a dive. That went down.
Wow.
That went down hard in, and that was we were not ready for that.
Oh man,
Did you guys go down with it?
No, luckily my friend who was jumping on it at the moment jumped, and we felt it move, so he stepped off of it, and we're like, oh man, this thing like moved, like that sucks. And then like 30 seconds later, it just fell through the roof.
Damn.
And we're like looking straight down.
That's crazy.
Into the building.
Man,
And,
that could have ended really bad for some people, man.
Yeah, and then of course all the burglar alarms start going off.
You guys bolt?
We bolted. We could hear the cops coming. We bolted. And then about an hour later, because it's South Florida, an hour later, so it starts raining. All I could think of was like, oh man, that's not going to be good. That's not going to be good.
That's a good one, man.
It's funny you mention rain and roofs because this building here, which I own, I've put more money into this goddamn roof, and there are like BB holes in the roof from people shooting into it. They steal my scuppers, and then it leaks into the thing. So now I have to have like a lock on the ladder because kids go up there and steal and vandalize.
Well, that's
on the roof.
Well, the other thing is, I don't know about out here in Arizona, but stealing copper is a big thing. Out of the appliance.
They do that here too.
Yeah,
but I never thought these like scupper things, these drains, I guess are valuable and crazy. Yeah, so
that's
you
crazy,
gotta
man.
protect your roof. I guess.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Good, Dave.
Wow, man. No, it's that was a good story. I like that story.
Yeah, that scared the shit out of us after that. We were like, that wasn't went from fun time to bad time real fast. I mean, I don't think anybody ever found out it was us.
You seem like you're pretty. I mean, like I know we talk to people all the time in both podcasts, this one and the other one we have, and you'd be surprised how many people I've talked to that have been arrested. Now it's not like murder or anything, but
Right.
you know, reckless driving.
Hey,
or
hey, Tom,
shit like
he
that.
was raised right, man. He
Yeah.
from a good upbringing, brother.
no any citations for anything?
No,
serious?
man.
I did. Listen, I had DUI when I was 17.
Fair enough.
So, and that definitely changed a lot in my
Right.
life. It was not a good scene. It was a bad situation there. And but I've used that. I hope I've used that as a something to kind of set myself straight in
Yeah.
regards to a lot of things that I've done.
Yeah, we all
after
do those regrettable things that kind of, guide us.
Yeah,
guide
but
us
that
in
was
the aim
that was a
that
big
we're-
change in my life. I mean, that was a big
Yeah,
that was a real big factor in regards to my life. 17.
yeah. You were a kid.
Serious.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it was a serious accident, and I went a long time. I mean, I went a long time after that with having to deal with the repercussions from it.
Sure.
Oh man.
So
I can't tell you how many times when I was that age I drank, drove. It was just in high school. That's we
What-
did.
what
We
you
just.
did,
I mean,
yeah.
that's
even
what
when-
everybody did. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody thought anything about
Yeah,
it. Right?
no,
Yeah.
thank God. It just, and then I used to get on my motorcycles in my early 20s and go to the bars.
Yeah.
Now I'm not a big drinker, but even if I have one, I don't do that. But when you're young, you don't think about the consequences of your actions, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes it catches up to you.
Yeah, and I mean, thank God now we have Uber, and so it's
Right.
crazy to me that people still
Waymo
are
yeah.
out there drinking and driving. When I'm like, dude,
Dude, you
there's
got-
Waymo,
no
there's
excuse.
Yeah.
You have
Uber,
no
there's
excuse.
no
Yeah,
excuse.
There's
no
no
not
excuse
to-
for you to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
That
be
Waymo
selfish.
thing's nuts. My niece had a party that at my, it was a harmless freshman party, and my sister, of course, agreed to let her have some friends over. We go there after dinner, 80 kids, all being dropped off and picked up by Waymos. I've never seen such a thing. It's the thing now. I guess that's
It
what
is
these
the
kids
thing,
do to get
man.
around, and helicopters
So-
flying.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
crazy.
it's crazy here because like we pass the Waymos are everywhere.
everywhere.
It's like
Everywhere. They tested it out. as
right,
well.
it
I
started
have
here.
yet
They
to
have it in
jump in
Vegas,
one.
but
I haven't
they
either.
I
they
refuse
require
to.
them to have a person sit in the front seat
Yeah,
still.
well, you wouldn't fit in the front seat, I don't think. of a
No, I
Waymo.
barely fit in the front seat of
On my
your
truck. I know.
of your truck there. I was
Yeah.
sitting up there like a big kid in a high chair, But
Yeah.
I get it, man. I don't fit in much stuff, but
Yeah.
so I have to drive bigger vehicles. But next question, man. I think it's going to be maybe a drinking opportunity for you.
Uh-oh.
He'll answer it. I think he'll answer this one.
Let's see here. So, if you had a hall pass to hook up with anyone, who would it be and why?
Man, hall pass.
Hey, everybody got a hall pass that you joke about with your wife. Me and my wife joke about it, but I'd love to hear from you.
Well, I mean, I know my wife's hall pass, but
What's hers, by the way?
the Reacher guy,
Who was that?
Reacher?
the actor for Reacher,
Oh.
Reacher.
Yeah.
Alan Rickson. I don't.
Oh, who is it? Alan?
Alan Rich.
Oh,
Rickson or whatever?
Richter.
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
he's doing
Reacher.
he's doing the Old Spice ads or whatever.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No shirt on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
did it be on a horse?
No,
No, he's
Oh.
not. No, he's just big muscle
Oh.
white guy. But he does the TV show Reacher.
Oh,
and some
okay.
other
Yeah.
stuff. He's a big guy.
So what about you, man? Well, who's your
Me?
Yeah, why?
Oh man.
It's okay. Darcy's looking at you. I understand.
Oh, it's fine. No, I mean
That's old school.
back in the day, yeah. I mean, Carmen
like
Electra.
today, man.
I'm not gonna lie. Carmen was definitely
She was back in the
back
day.
in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think now
So was
probably.
the lady on Weird Science. Just joking with you.
Oh, I loved her.
Dude, she was great.
Kim
She was
something
great,
or other.
man.
British gal, yeah.
Yeah, she was
something,
Kelly LeBrock.
Now
Yeah.
we're dating
Kelly Brock,
ourselves.
Kelly
Kelly
Brock.
LeBrock.
Yeah, I watched Weird Science about 50 times. My mom was like, "Why you keep watching this?" Like,
I know. I don't. Man, I don't know. I'm thinking in my mind.
it's not a
Jennifer,
beautiful
like,
woman out there that you
oh,
like,
there's
man. Like
Jennifer
oh,
Aniston is she's still she's still feature. I mean, probably. Any of the younger
Don't go too young.
yeah, no, the younger like you want to think about is
it's somebody that you can't get it out your mouth, man. It's
no, but I mean, I think probably Jennifer Aniston. That's probably
oh yeah,
yeah,
all pass.
all pass. I
Okay.
definitely
Yeah,
be
yep.
up there.
Okay, that's a good one.
Fair enough. All
That's
right.
a good one. Mine is a little older, but you know, she's been my hall pass for a couple of decades.
Who's that?
Jennifer Lopez, man.
Oh, J-Lo?
She just doesn't age. I mean, she ages very well. And
She looks good for her age, but
yeah.
she's not my style. I mean,
Yeah.
You know, I guess maybe growing up in Miami, I don't know.
Yeah, you see too many J-Los out there.
Yeah, they're all J-Los are everywhere.
Yeah. Who would be your hall pass, man?
I knew you were going to ask me that. To me, it's not just about the looks. It's about like the.
I know your dad's hall pass had me rolling, man.
Who's that?
So Warren was on the show.
Who's his?
Oh
hall
boy,
pass?
Ivana Trump.
What, Ivana? Ivanka or
Ivanka?
Ivana?
Yeah.
The daughter or the mother?
The mother.
he was looking for maybe a threesome.
Ivana? Yeah. I wouldn't put that past him, by the way. He's a little bit of a pervert, my dad.
He answered that quick too.
Yeah,
I
he
was
was on fire.
Yeah,
with
he was
that,
on fire, man.
I'm trying to think who I really
I
like.
know your type,
I know
though.
who I liked. Because I like more like my wife, darker skin, more Latino.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the shit? Not Justin Bieber's wife. Justin. No, that's not it. God, what's her name? Jessica Alba. Jessica
Alba's up there.
Jessica Alba. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just think she's a kind of a natural beauty, dark skin. Yeah, Jessica Alba. I used to like the other Jessica, Justin Timberlake's,
Yeah.
but she's gone
That
down.
leg is shaking, man.
gone downhill.
You must really like
She's
that.
had kids.
I gotta be honest.
She's had kids. She's
Yeah,
not out
she's
there
gone
taking
downhill
care
a
of
little
herself.
bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's not as
I saw
attractive
that. I
as she
saw
used
that.
to be.
I saw that leg shaking. I was like,
Yeah,
man,
no shit, I know.
It's one
It's
of
my
them.
wife. It's my wife. No,
No.
I'm very happy. So I
Hey, man.
I have my dream.
Hey, it's just a hall pass, man. It's
That's
just
right. That's right. That's okay with hall
figure.
pass.
Don't worry, Kathy. I'll
Yeah,
take
you're
care of
good.
him later.
That's right. I'm doing the same. All right, let's move on. I think we've worked that one.
We got one more.
So, what is the stupidest thing you've done when you're drunk?
Well, probably don't remember it.
You handle your liquor pretty well, though. I have to admit, you handle you. It's hard to tell when you've been drinking.
Yeah, well, my wife's yelling something out, but that wasn't because I was drunk.
You jumped in the lake. What did you do?
No, she was yelling something out that I did that was pretty funny, but we were on gummies in Colorado, so that was
That's already getting. I know this is a good time.
I had a little paranoia. I had a little situation of paranoia, so that was. But drinking wise, oh man, I get loud. You know when I'm really drinking because I get volume levels go way up.
Sure.
I start shouting some stuff, but I like to just start reciting like stupid lines from like songs or movies.
Yeah.
That's probably doing it in probably inappropriate places. I've probably done that a lot of times.
Okay.
just being silly and stupid.
Sure.
I don't know if I have any particular event that comes to mind. but-
Nothing where you did and you're like, shit, I can't believe I just did that.
Does that sound like a shot?
I don't know.
Well, I'm
you
waiting, I
know,
want to see if he can redeem himself with
I
something
don't-
that he.
I'm
really,
trying
really
to think
regret.
if there's been that
Hey,
moment
just
where
take
I-
a shot, man, for time's sake. you know?
Yeah.
Any stories?
yeah.
Anything?
Look at it.
You can remember?
Reaching out to my wife.
Yeah,
anything where
he's
you
trying to
remember
work.
You're like, he's like, I'm sorry. Any regrettable moments?
Man.
It's a shot. It's a shot.
I'll
Well,
It's
see,
a
I still
shot.
want to hear a story, even if he drinks. you
No,
know?
it's a shot. It's a shot. That's the name of the game. We can't. Oh yeah. All right, we
Nicely
finished
done,
that
nicely
section.
done. He can drink. He can.
All right.
drink.
So
Tell you
now,
what, Class of Azul is
You like this?
really
Is that good?
That is,
Can I-
that's
yeah,
smooth. I
good
haven't
stuff.
had that in a while.
feel like you don't know where to put your marketing dollars effectively to bring in high value motorcycle cases? Traditional and digital marketing strategies are consistently evolving. You can't just target one avenue. At Law Tigers, we focus on every aspect of marketing, whether it's billboards, paid social, branded search, media ads, or promotional items handed out at motorcycle rallies. We cover it all. We have been marketing to the motorcycle community for 25 years. Our finger is on the pulse of the riding community, and we know how to effectively reach riders, whether they have been in an accident or not. If you need help casting a massive net on the motorcycle community to reach injured riders, reach out to me, Dave Thomas at davidlawtigers.com. We have tacky lawyer ads.
Oh
So-
boy.
So with this, just we're obviously into marketing like you. We obviously market together for Law Tigers.
Right.
You have your own marketing as well. But you know, there's so many ads out there, lawyer ads, that are just like, you shake your head and you're like, oh my God, I cannot believe that, you know, this is a representation of the legal field. So what we like to do is showcase a couple of ads that you know, just like, what were they thinking? And then we'll get your opinion.
Okay.
On it, okay. So this is tacky lawyer ads, legal marketing gone wrong.
Legal marketing going wrong. I love it, man. What
Well,
do you got, Big
I know my
James?
man Harlan Schillinger is probably not part of any of these guys that
No,
put these
but he
ads
would
out.
definitee have things to
He
say about
critique.
these.
Well,
yeah.
I'm saying he critique.
Yeah, he would
I
definitely
enjoy
critique.
talking to him.
Yeah.
He's
No,
always
he's always good for wisdom. And
Sorry, guys.
I don't know if they're still top
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah.
yeah, they're bottom floor.
Big settlement check for your car wreck injuries.
We could say it only takes a phone call.
But that's not how it works.
This isn't even our office.
With Stevens and Ward, you get real, honest trial lawyers.
We work hard to get you what you honestly deserve.
If you want a fast, wimpy settlement check, any lawyer can do that.
But if you want what your claim is really worth, call us.
Because honesty pays.
Stevens and Ward, 601-366-7777.
Or honestypays.com.
Would have thought they would have gotten maybe paid for a little hair and makeup action.
something. Yeah,
It's
it,
unmemorable. It's just boring and
like kind of low budget a little bit, huh?
yeah,
Very low
trying to-
budget.
They were trying to be kind of like kitschy or cute, but you know, but I think it missed the mark. Yeah.
I don't know. You know, we're along the topics of I guess, you know, legal marketing commercials or advertisement. Tom, I would love to hear from you. What do you think? What's most important? What should you be aiming for, looking to accomplish in your commercials?
Listen, I think you can go one of two ways in the ads, and I think you're going informative, which is basically straightforward. This is what we do, and this is our results, which I think is probably 80% of the market
Right.
is what their ads are.
Sure.
And then I think you can go the other way, which is works, which is something that's going to catch people's ear, like it's not, visually or
Yeah.
audible. You catch them with an ad, and it could be humor, it could be a jingle, it could be something, but it pulls them in. You're not quote unquote selling yourself, and makes you feel a little bit like you're accessible to the public. And I think that those are probably the two best ways to go about it. I mean, like
Yeah.
I said, 80% usually just go with the straightforward.
Yeah.
And that's, look, we're lawyers. Most lawyers don't have a sense of humor.
Right.
They try to, but they don't. Or they're too busy working to do anything. So they're just going to follow what the other guys are doing because
Yes.
it's worked for them. Like my firm, we're doing a little bit of humor with it.
Yeah.
So I think those are the two angles to go. And when
No, I
you see
agree
people
with
try
you.
to mix it, it doesn't work.
I agree with you, man. I think that, I call it, making a positive moment of truth with your audience, something that they can relate to, and then making an emotional connection with your audience, to where they have an experience through, your 30-second ad. And then last but not least, there has to be some type of call to action,
Yeah.
And so I look at these videos here, and they just missed all type of targets, man. Like, I didn't get anything out of it, especially that first one.
Yeah.
There was no connection. There was,
No.
I mean, I was like, okay.
Right. Well, I think I see what you just said. The call of action is huge, right? You gotta at least tell people what you are, right?
Yeah.
Or what you want,
What
from
them to
right.
do.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think so many people miss the mark on that, and it's crazy that they spend the money, and then you turn it like you watch the ad and you go, I don't even know what that was
Or they
for.
don't ask for the business.
Right.
Yeah. But I think in today's day and age, like here, even in Arizona, where we're based, you've got so many lawyers advertising now that if you just do the kind of prototypical, stereotypical ad, you're not differentiating yourself, right?
Injured, 1-800,
Right.
whatever. Right.
We fight for you, or we do, so, everyone's got their shtick. There's a few that I think do it well. I think some of those Morgan & Morgan ads are clever that they're doing now.
Morgan, listen, I give them credit.
Yeah.
They look, they have a huge budget, more than
Huge
anybody
budget.
else.
Huge
They have a
budget,
huge
yeah.
in-house team.
Right.
They're doing all kinds of stuff, but they're
Right.
also doing 50 different things and seeing which
Right,
one
which
sticks
one
on.
works. Yeah, not everyone
So-
has that.
Right.
And not everybody has, the money or the budgets. But I think in today's day and age, you still have to be able to show either be very niche, like we do with Law Tigers, right?
Yeah.
Or you do with your claims on
Right.
on the home damage, or if you're in a more crowded field like general PI, you got to stand out and offer something that appears to be different or more compelling than the competition.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think you guys have them out here now. Like, we're seeing it in Vegas. I think some of the firms are down here too. Is how about the lawyers that are just essentially like a glamour shot and a phone number, like nothing,
Oh, my
not even a
God.
name of the firm or anything.
You know who's down, that Vegas guy?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm at.
In his Bugatti.
Yep.
And, and
Well, and he's got the girls down here now too.
really?
Marketing, I think so.
yeah, I
So
saw him parked at the Global 2 weeks
Okay.
ago. Without naming names, by himself in a outfit that was way too tight, workout clothes that are way too tight. You probably know who he is. I don't want to, but yeah, it's just like this, like looking up like this, it's like that. I don't know if that resonates, those billboards.
that's what I'm saying.
but-
That is I see that marketing. I'm like, who exactly is saying, like, I see this person's face.
Right.
I need to call them. It doesn't say I'm a lawyer. It doesn't say, like, it's implied that that's what it is, but I don't know who that.
Yeah, who's the audience for that?
right.
Yeah, it's
Well-
yeah, it's just anyway. We could go on
Yeah.
for hours about.
No, this is all good
Marketing,
stuff, man.
but,
Hopefully, the audience, are taking away some good nuggets from
Yeah.
this.
So
But
we
this
are-
leads us to our closing arguments.
That's right, closing arguments.
Yeah.
So what's in store for Thomas Morgan in 2026? What can we expect from you? What's going on in 26?
So from my firm, I think what you're going to see is that we've already made the shift to be a little bit more equal in regards to putting ourselves out there to the public that we do personal injury.
Yep.
Joining with Law Tigers as part of that marketing. So I think as we build the Law Tiger brand in Florida and develop some more of the personal injury, I think people are going to start to realize that we do more than just the insurance work.
It's big.
And so hopefully, people start to see us as a leader in the market in regards to the different areas that, where I have offices. I really am trying to grow in each of the regional offices for people to be
Yeah.
brand awareness.
well,
Call out those offices, by the way, just so everyone's aware.
Yeah, so I mean,
offices?
I've got offices throughout Florida, but then we're also located. We're in Houston, Texas. I have an office. We're in New Orleans. We're in Mississippi. We're in Atlanta now. We just opened that recently, and we're up in Tennessee and over in Denver.
So if lawyers have cases, whether they're personal injury or they're the claims, you do fee share, you do referrals.
We do
such, yeah.
referrals. We're
Yeah.
referring. We even refer somewhere. We refer a lot of work out because we really stay within our lane of what we want. So, we send a lot of work out to workers' comp, immigration, family law stuff. We're sending that stuff out to people. So, we're looking for that reciprocal.
Well, that's great, man. I think any attorney that's tuned into our podcast, I know it's a longer podcast, but we like I said, we don't want to create something and just have you spell something off of a piece of paper. We've really dove deep into who you are as an individual, man, and I'm saying just from sitting across from you, I would trust doing business with you and would look forward to doing business with you. I mean, you're as true as they come, man, in my opinion. I've been doing this for 8 years. I have the luxury to travel the country, and I spend a lot of time with many different attorneys, man. So thanks for coming on the show.
No, it means a lot to me.
Big ups
Thank
to you,
you.
man. Yeah,
he
you're
has a
doing
good
some
taste
great
in-
stuff.
He also has a good taste in wine.
Yes.
and women, of course.
I was going to
Yes.
say,
His wife.
and only about women.
Yeah,
Only about women.
Yeah.
beautiful wife.
Yeah.
Well, hey, that concludes our show, man.
Wait, you forgot one thing, man.
What you-
I'd like to see what he wants to start, stop, and continue doing.
oh, you want him to jump on that?
wanna
Okay,
see
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Quit,
boy.
quit
We're-
cutting me short.
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
D.
yeah,
Quit-
yeah.
So you want to frame him up on that one?
Yeah, so start, stop, and finish is something that we do at Law Tigers. We kind of just look within and just saying, hey, man, what do you want to start? What are you looking to stop? And what would you like to continue? What's working for you? So you can start with, what do you like to start doing?
What I'd like to start, I'd like to start being able to put some more time into finding some other avenues of business. Like I do enjoy. I've invested in the past into some startups or some of my own startup businesses as well as some other people's. I haven't had the opportunity to like look into that as much. So probably start to do some more of that. Review and look at. That's one. Stop. Wasting money. I mean, unfortunately, you get in a habit of paying people certain things, and you just assume, to let it continue because it's not the end of the world, right?
Right.
But the reality is, you're letting it continue is kind of a bad thing. You're letting people believe that that's what they should get or do.
Right.
And so I think stopping, just the non-necessary expenses. And so, and they take that money to be able to use towards things that are more fruitful.
Yeah.
What's the last one?
Continue. What would you like to continue to do more of?
Continue. Honestly, continue. My goal for 26 continue is I want to get back in the courtroom. I have not personally had the opportunity to get in a courtroom because of COVID.
You want to litigate, huh?
In the back.
Yeah.
I really do. I haven't done a big trial in a long time, and clearly going to some of these conferences and seeing what these guys are doing.
Yeah.
Seeing, not that I'm not going to go get one of these nuclear verdicts, but I see what some of these guys are doing, and I'm like, I think I can do some of this stuff. I mean, I have confidence in my skill level to go
Awesome, man.
do some of that and put some of the things I've seen some of the other lawyers do to work. So that's probably where I'd go with it.
That's solid. Super solid, man.
So, it's got to be. I mean, you hear about some of these big verdicts, and it's got to be rewarding. I mean, obviously the money is great, but just having the big win and experiencing that. I'm not a lawyer, obviously, but I see some of these trial lawyers that have had successes, and it's impressive, and it's definitely rewarding that you help out the little guy and.
100%. I mean, 100% that. But let me just say, if you are a trial lawyer that's going and doing multiple cases over the years, not just a one-off or stepping in and letting somebody else try it and sitting second chair, you're really the trial guy. It doesn't matter what the value is. The winning, it really does become a me versus you type of thing. It's a contest. Okay, I don't care what anybody says.
Right.
You get in there and it's personal. Yeah, you're kind and nice, but you want to win. You're not down there for show. You're down there to win. And so if you win the $10,000 verdict or you win the $1 million verdict, both sides you're winning. But when these guys get these nuclear verdicts, I mean, that's just the next level.
Right.
Feather in your cap and look, you guys are being asked to explain how they got there and everything else, and that's fun too. Is to be able to talk about what you went through, get the adversary to make it work, and then succeed and get your verdict. I mean, so
Sure.
there's a whole story to it.
Absolutely. That's cool. So, in closing, is there anything else that you'd like to share with us in the audience? Anything, closing remarks or anything?
No, listen, I think closing remarks for me is looking forward to a long relationship with Law Tiger and its expansion to Florida. I think that's we're coming in, we're new.
Yeah.
I think people are starting to learn about us, so I'm excited about that, and I'm excited about continuing to grow. What we started this past year for my firm was our marketing in house was we did sort of this Gods campaign with Zeus and sort of the gods that cause chaos, and I think it's gotten a good reception. So we want to start to get that into the other markets that we're in.
Nice.
and see that grow. And so I'm looking forward to that.
Are
That's
you
very
Zeus?
cool.
Are you Zeus?
I am
by the
not
way?
Zeus.
Oh, you're
People
not
do.
Zeus?
I know. I grew my beard out, but I'm not Zeus.
I could see you in like a toga, you know.
Yeah.
No, I'm not Zeus. But they're entertaining. We went the route of comedy.
Yeah.
And we've gotten good feedback, and
Good.
so I think we want to kind of grow on that
Yeah.
and expand that and see if we can make that into an ongoing theme for the firm.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
exciting too.
Well, I know that I really appreciate you being here today, and Dave. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Wonderful time with you, Tom, and look forward to once again growing with you through Law Tigers and our friendship, man. So thanks again for being on our podcast. Had a blast, and look forward to what's next.
Awesome.
Absolutely,
This was great. Fun time, guys.
Well, we still got one more thing we're gonna make
Oh,
you do
boy.
here.
Uh-oh.
but, you
The
know,
last thing,
Go ahead. Why not?
music, please.
DJ, kick it. Give it to us.
Seduction never before felt until now. Who else stimulates your inner scenery other than myself? Flat bro, I take pen in hand and compose scroll. Lustrous seas of fine, deftly wrecked thorough with humble impact and absolute masterpiece unfolds. Smoke coats to chalice, city veins are at post. Shock wave, I select an effortless wordplay of universal light, defining style in mind, just the way nature intended.